Hi, I'm Sarah Bernardo, Associate Digital Media Editor, and welcome back to the Devil's Advocate podcast, Room 204, where we talk about everything from news to pop culture to local Stanton events. It's February, which means the Multicultural Showcase, one of the most anticipated events at Stanton, is coming up soon. In this episode, we will be talking to multi-officers to learn what is involved in running the club and show, as well as talking to other Stanton students to learn about the public opinion of multi. But first, we will hear from Spurthi Nrusimhadevara, Associate Photography Editor, who will be reviewing rom-coms.
I love rom-coms. I love them so much. They're honestly probably one of my favorite genre of movies. They're just so fun and comforting. Honestly, I think that they are a deeply misunderstood genre. A lot of people like to say that all rom-coms are the same, which, I agree with to an extent for certain movies, like Hallmark movies, or that, they all end the same way, which, is just flat out wrong. Rom-coms are so versatile, in the sense that they all fall into various tropes. You've got, friends to lovers, or the one that got away. And you don't see this kind of versatility with, any other genre. Also, rom-coms are just considerably more relaxed in comparison to, the other really intense competing genres. There's no, gripping feeling of fear, that you'd find in a horror movie, or, pulse-pounding action in, action movies. There's just no overly complicated origin story in rom-coms or, all that fluff. The plot lines are fairly mainstream and direct. Some of them aren't. A lot of the ones that aren't are typically better, to be honest. They explain themselves with clear and uninterrupted narratives that are just easy for the audience to digest. I just think that rom-coms just offer a stress-free and comforting viewing experience that's, just crafted to be enjoyed. I really enjoy Notting Hill. It's such a cute rom-com. It's so sweet, and it makes me cry every single time I watch it. Before Sunrise is a wonderful rom-com. Again, it gets you a bit teary-eyed, but it's beautiful, and it's such a heartfelt rom-com, and it's wonderful.
Now I'm joined with sophomore Michael White to talk about multi. So, are you involved in multi in any way?
I'm not. I just have a couple friends who are in it.
Multi is obviously a core part of Stanton culture. Why do you think it's such a strong part of the Stanton community?
Well, I think because of the fact that Stanton isn't based on location, we've got a very diverse group of kids, and so multi is important for allowing people to express themselves, and, it introduces to cool new forms of things that I didn't even know existed, so I think it's pretty important.
So you think that sort of the education factor of multi, of introducing different backgrounds, is beneficial?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do you think multi lives up to its name of being a cultural-focused organization?
Yeah, I think so, because, we've got a lot of cool multi-dances that are based on culture, and, there's a lot of different groups that are presented, and it's very new and interesting.
Are you looking forward to the multi-show?
Yes, I love the multi-show. It's very interesting to watch.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
And now I'm joined with sophomores Arjun and Davin.
Hello.
Hey.
To talk about their opinions and involvement in multi. So, are you guys involved in multi at all?
Yeah, I'm at the multi-group poly.
I'm not involved in any multi-groups at all this year, but I intend to join one next year.
Multi is obviously a core part of Stanton. Why do you think that is?
Because it's multi, and it's a place where a lot of people can get together and dance, have fun.
Yeah, I feel like there's just a lot of culturally diverse people here, and multi really brings everyone together, and then really just takes them into one big group, and we can just all have fun together.
Do you think multi lives up to its name of being a culturally focused organization?
Not entirely. I think it's just more about dancing and having your shirt off in front of a lot of individuals. I think it just depends on the perspective and the way you look at it.
I just really enjoy watching the multi show. And it's just really fun to just skip school and then just watch a show.
But do you see the club as being focused on cultural values and like cultural representation?
Not really. I see it more as just like people getting together and having fun together.
All right, thank you guys. I'm joined with multi-president Gianna and vice president Justice, and we're going to talk a little bit about what it's like running multi. So can you guys explain your roles in multi?
So as president, me and Justice get to work a lot together. We do a lot of the planning of dates and also joining together what ideas we want for the future, such as the theme, and also helping groups incorporate the theme throughout the year.
Yeah, basically all the events that we have outside of, well, including the show, so even other things, including like our expo that's the week before the show, and then our dress rehearsals, our run-throughs. We're basically in charge of that. We get to put all of that together and kind of make it come to life.
Multi is obviously a core part of Stanton. Why do you think Stanton culture is so revolved around multi?
I think it's because it's one of the only clubs where so many different students get to express themselves in such a similar way, if that makes sense. It's like there's 20 different groups, 20 different cultures, and I think that's so cool for like multiple different students to be able to express themselves. And it's not even only through dancing, but also through costuming, music, stuff like that.
Also, like, I think a huge aspect of our school is how diverse we are. And so all of us coming from such different backgrounds, it's really important for us to like celebrate the diversity.
Absolutely. Do you think Multi lives up to its name of being a culturally authentic organization?
I think we try our best to be as culturally accurate as possible. We always listen to like the members if they feel that they're uncomfortable with how things are portrayed, as it has occurred in the past. So we just try our best to do that because that's the most important part of, the whole show.
Yeah, even multi-parents and family, if they come to us with like a problem or if there's something like, hey, that's maybe not right, we do our best to change that as soon as we can to keep it correct.
So what is it like running the show and organizing the showcase?
It's definitely chaotic because there's over 200 people involved, so we always have to make sure everyone's on board with like timing and meeting the dates. So it's a lot to manage, but also it's pretty easy to work with all of them because they're all really passionate about making sure the show turns out well.
Yeah, like she mentioned, I feel like us all having the same passion and like ethic for the same thing, it makes it super easy to lead people, though it is very chaotic, especially backstage during showtime.
God.
It's crazy, but I think we all just like enjoy it and take it in for what it is.
As officers, what do you hope to add to Multi's long-standing legacy?
Well, personally, for me as vice president, I hope to become a person for not only leaders of groups but also members of groups to be able to reach out. I want to be known for being like, hey, she was so easy to talk to, where she helped us out so much. I want to be that person for the leaders and the members of the groups.
Yeah, like I remember, because I've been in multi since my freshman year, I definitely remember all the past officers and the ones that stick out to me in like positive ways. So I want to be able to be that alumni in the future for the upcoming students whenever they start to reach out to people from multi in the past years.
Thank you. And with that comes the end of this episode of Room 204. This podcast is produced by podcast engineer Rowan Kirshner and hosted by me, Sarah Bernardo. Thank you for listening, and thanks to Arjun Kumar, Davin Nam, Michael White, Gianna Estioko, Justice Lofton, and Spurthi Nrusimhadevara for participating in this episode. Theme music for this episode was created by Isaiah Fluardi. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at SCP Newspaper and stay tuned for the next episode of Room 204.